Yo, it's good. I just want to apologize for the lack of posting recently. Um, so I put up a community post the other day of a poll of which videos you guys would want to see. Um, and the one that was voted the most was the best way to read spawns. So I've been playing on a friend's account, happening rank up. I'm playing on like 70 ms, not even sure what the server is. He reckons it could be African, not too sure. So I've got some high ping gameplay as well, which might actually help some people out. But yeah, I'm going to be going into depth in two different games that I played. One for Summit, one for Crash. So Summit's quite an easy map to read the spawns on. Crash, not as easy. I only played like 2 or 3 games in total. So I thought I'd just give you guys a brief overview of the best ways I personally read the spawns. Things that I use as well that do 100% help you get full map control. So the most important thing, personally, in my opinion, is make sure that you're using a gun that you are 100% comfortable with. Me personally, Holger, Sniper, CBR, sort of anything in that region is my sort of go-to. It's the Mythic skin. Usually I'd use the red dot sight over disabled perk. Scorestreaks. So this is probably the most important part. So in these videos, I am running a UAV, a counter UAV, and an advanced UAV. But I think it's better to use low bearing score streaks, so you could replace the advanced UAV for the shock RC or the hunter killer drone. Or if you really want to play it a bit fancier, you can go with a UAV, shield turret, and a shock RC. So how you start the game will mainly give you an advantage to how well you can proceed throughout the game, but that's not always the case, so I'm just going to drop that there right away. So I'll always push up top here because you usually get 1 or 2 people push up. In this instance you actually get 3 people, so as you can see I'm holding this angle here for cover. Sometimes it doesn't work as well, sometimes it does work really well. I noticed the guy on the left window and sort of push it there and then sort of just predicting the back of that spawn with a pre-aim. At this point here, obviously I use my UAV and I'm sort of just taking the corners, checking mid, and now I know somebody else is going to come back up the stairs in a second. Now obviously he pops up there, so we get the kill. Again, somebody else pops up there, not a problem. As you can see, somebody spawned at the back in the green. I didn't quite see him on time, so I realised he's going to push up there, or he's going to go around on the balcony there. Spawns when I flip, so I've obviously changed my position in here. I know there's still one spawn at the back of the green and the second one spawns in there as well, so I go for the advantage. Obviously, again, couldn't get out the kill. So I sort of slightly peek over here, I don't take a full peek. Obviously I don't want to be massively exposed, a little bit of pre-fire there as well, just so I'm sort of safe if they do start shooting at me. Trying to take that gunfight, realising that I could potentially put myself forward, so I decided to push back, get that kill there. At this point here, you'll notice that my UAV is going, so I pop another one. Pop my counter UAV as well, just in case they actually do manage to get a UAV. At this point here, I am holding this place because obviously I can see that they're still spawning on that side. I'm sort of just trying to really waste my time in a way, you know what I mean? Now they start spawning on the opposite side, so I'll hold the same 2 angles. So I'll hold the one side, the balcony, and the top of the stairs. Occasionally I will look down onto the walkway, but only if I can't see anybody pushing from green side or mid onto the staircase. I can just throw that. Now I can't see anybody spawning this side, so I'm going to assume that they're pushing this side. I've got another UAV, so I have to sort of push between the 2 objectives just to really be if you're on the furthest end and they spawn there, you've got a higher chance of dying. So you can see me now flicking back between the 2. I know that they're on the point, so in a second I'll take a peek back onto the balcony, just making sure that I'm not going to get flanked from either side there. So then I take the peek there, get the kill, and now I've got my advanced UAV, so I know exactly what's going on. I can see if I was going through the mid there, and there's multiple people sat on the point. So I'm waiting for this guy now to jump down and get the kill, and now I'll push further onto this point. It's sort of a brave push. I'm on quite a good streak at the moment, so I get the nuke there and we still push onto the point. So if you see that guy there and it wasn't worth trying to get the gunfight, that guy that was hidden there, obviously don't pull off the streak there, get a little bit more aggressive whilst pushing in. Obviously, as I've already got the nuke now, so it wasn't a problem. This guy's saying I'm hacking, you know, not a problem, no worries to me whatsoever. So at this point, again, pop my UAV, counter UAV, and I sort of try and push back towards the point. I do actually die now because somebody spawned on green, but I wasn't too bothered because I wasn't trying to watch the spawns as well. At this point, they're already pretty frazzled. They've just been nuked. One of them thinks I'm hacking. He's just got a paragraph in there. And obviously, I've still got my UAV up, so I know where they're spawning. Like, I'm fully aware, and I have full map control by this point in the game. As you will definitely notice in a minute with this point hold here. The fourth point on this map can be quite tricky if you're not already up onto the map. Easiest way to push around to it would be on the back of that staircase there. So now I know there's spawn in the middle, so I'm trying to hold this. The main reason being is because I can drop down on the back there if I do get shot a little bit too much. Sort of pushing forward to the middle, they're still spawning in the middle area. Now I can notice they start spawning on the back, so I'm praying on the staircase through lasers. So I'm sort of ready and aware. I can see on my UAV that somebody else is pushing through the middle of the map. Pushing to the top there, take the gunfight, win the gunfight, even though we have to saw him first. Another person is about to push at the stairs, about to two people there, so I don't push out. When the smoke comes down, obviously I took the opportunity to get away from the point. So we won that game. Finished the game with full map control, complete ability to know exactly what was going on at all times because I was able to get my UAVs in at all time. So it was a very successful game. The next game I'm about to show you is a crash game. It's not a nuke gameplay, but it's a pretty good way to demonstrate the spawns, if I'm completely honest with you. And we will roll the footage in just So, like I said in the start of the last game, how you start a game is probably a pretty good indication of how the game's going to go. Obviously, that isn't always the case, but a majority of the time it is. So, if I'm playing Crash, I'll always take this peak because I've got a straight shot into the middle, and most people don't really look over when the game starts. So, I've noticed now a majority of them have gone into the end. Okay, so I'm going to get the second pick off on the guy that I just killed. My team is still on this side, so they're obviously on that side. I noticed on the feed that somebody else had died as well, so I took the opportunity to push back into this and actually kill a different guy. There's two areas they're going to spawn from. They're going to spawn right at the back, or in that little hut thing there, the little house, which is the, I think it's the fourth part. So that's the important thing to know when you're playing a map like Crash. There's only 4 major spawn points, which is super important to remember. So at this point here, I'm just sort of holding the barrel. I know that they're spawning on yellow side. I know there's somebody on the point. I can't see him on the left side. I'm just on the right. I didn't actually realise that he was actually inside the helicopter. I thought maybe he was prone. We sort of get stuck on the wall here as well. So at this point, I'm sort of trying to push up into their spawn and trying to play for a spawn trap. I'm not actually successful at doing, unfortunately. The ping sort of throws me off. Not used to playing on 60-70 ms, but it's not a problem. So now, obviously, in advanced UAV, I can see that they're still spawning on this side. Didn't actually see the guy slide up towards me anyway, which is an error on my part. Also, I'm still looking at the UAV, noticing that people are spawning this way. I notice that somebody's down there on the left, but teammates seem to be dealing with the situation. I'm still going to push around just in case something like that happens. And I notice he runs around there, and I see the blip sort of stay by that fence there, which means that he's either going to go down to the house, or he's going to sit on that little wall. I'm just sort of trying to be safe at this point. I know I'm staying on super. Quite lucky with that kill, because there's a glance from the sniper, so I tried to take that from distance. Didn't see the guy sat in the corner. Again, personal error. Just one of those things, really. So at this point, I'm sort of pushing up towards this point here. I can see somebody on my left, which is why I look over now. And I can see that they're now spawning out by yellow and sort of like in the middle area of the map. So now I'm taking advantage of the right side of the map, and a little bit of pre-fire as well. I don't know that that's the area that they will be coming from. So I'll sort of hold this area now, as that point is quite difficult to get back if we lose it. So I'm sort of playing anchor / slayer at the same time. So I'm just trying to hold this and stay as close to cover as I can. The stuff that I am by is completely designed, which isn't massively helpful. Obviously, now I've got full vision of what's going on in the map, which is super important. I'm just keeping an eye on the side of the map now. I know the guys in the switch there, move back in, so I'll take that risk, standing still there to take that gunfight as well. I noticed the guy on the wall here, so I'm just trying to avoid him. I actually got really lucky in this position and obviously take him off the equipment set. So keep an eye on the spawns now. So I put another UAV on. I do actually die in just a second as he spawns around by the back alley, which isn't a problem at all. So now, again, we're sort of playing anchor slayer sort of position. I know that they're spawning on that side. Okay, they're spawning in front of me at this current point in time. Spawning about to flip because my team is going to completely stick to the one side. The side I'm on now, my team is going to stick to, and they're going to. So obviously, I'm ready for this position now. Do you know what I mean? And I'm expecting the spawns to flip back to where I was just clearing them, which is the A1, but actually, so my team shouldn't push out far enough for that to happen. Just like that, the game's over. There's two really important things that I actually want to make clear as well. Make sure that your minimap's in a place that's completely comfortable for you to look at and not lose focus on the game. It's completely crucial, especially if you're using low bearing score streaks like UAV, counter UAV, etc. Also, personally, I feel like using non-lethal operator skills is more of a benefit than using like an Annihilator or a Sparrow, especially if you're using TAC 5 or kinetic armor. It's super helpful. Another good thing as well, spawn trapping. As soon as you build your map knowledge and your spawn knowledge and you know exactly where spawns work, if your team's on one side of the map and you feel confident enough to go onto the other side of the map where the enemy spawn in Nuketown's a great map, for example, you can easily build really, really fast streaks just by occupying the enemy spawn and playing within, good boundaries where you're not going to die incredibly fast. I hope this helped. Remember to like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.